All right, example 4 says evaluate cosine of 120 degrees plus 2 times sine squared of 60 degrees minus tangent squared of 30 degrees. So, once again, we have to kind of figure out, well, what is cosine of 120 degrees? What is sine of 60 degrees? What is tangent squared of 30 degrees? So each of these, so basically the things we want to focus on are cosine of 120 degrees, sine of 60 degrees, and tangent of 30 degrees. Now, sine of 60 and tangent of 30, once again, we could draw a 30, 60, 90 triangle, figure that out. We could go back to what we did earlier with all of our different angles. So sine of 60 was square root of 3 over 2. Tangent of 30 was square root of 3 over 3. And cosine of 120, that's where I like to draw quick XY axis, think about where it is. So 120 degrees is past 90, but it's 30 degrees past 90. So this is really 60 degrees. So we need cosine of 60 degrees. Which, if you look back, was 1/2. And in the second quadrant, our x values are negative, our y values are positive. And remember, cosine of theta is our x over r. Or if you even just draw in and think about, well, it's adjacent over hypotenuse, well, that's our x value, which is negative. Negative over positive is negative. So if the cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2, cosine of 120 degrees is negative 1/2. All right, so then I just plug that into my expression. So here, cosine of 120 degrees is negative 1/2. Keep that 2. And sine of 60 degrees is square root of 3 over 2. But note there's that squared there, meaning I square. I find the sine of 60 degrees and then I square it. And then once again, I find the tangent of 30 degrees and then I square it. Tangent of 30 degrees is square root of 3 over 3. And then I square it. So we get negative 1/2 plus 2. Square root of 3 squared is 3. 2 squared is 4. Square root of 3 squared is 3. 3 squared is 9. And then better square those. So get negative 1/2 plus, this would become 3/2. This is 1/3. And it's just a matter of adding and subtracting. So negative 1/2 and 3/2 is 2/2 or 1. So that'd really become 1 minus 1/3. 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3. All right. Looks like I'm having writing issues. All right. Next, evaluate each function by first expressing the function in terms of the angle between 0 and 360 degrees. So cosine of 780. So 780 degrees, remember, one way around is 360, two ways around is 720. So I need to take two ways around and subtract it, and I get 60 Sweet. Cosine of 60 degrees. Some of you may have it memorized already, but cosine of 60 degrees is 1/2. Okay, tangent of negative 405. Okay, well, one thing you can do is you could just add 360 until you get positive. Okay, you could recognize that, well, I'll need to go more than 360, so I'll need to add at least 720. It doesn't matter to me what method you use, but either way, there's my calculator, is so negative 405 plus 360. So negative 45 plus 360. So (315 degrees). So this tangent of 405 degrees becomes the tangent of 315 degrees. I didn't say that, should be negative 405. So 315 degrees. And once again, I could just kind of make a quick drawing to figure out what this looks like. It's going to be in this quadrant. And my reference angle is 45 degrees because 315 plus 45 gives us 360. So it's a reference angle. So I want to figure out, well, what is tangent of 45 degrees? Well, you remember 45, 45, 90, 1, 1, square root of 2, tangent, opposite over adjacent, 1 over 1, which is 1. So tangent of 45 degrees is 1. Now, once again, my x values are positive, my y values are negative, but tangent is opposite over adjacent, or the y value over the x value. If my y is negative, my x is positive, that means in the fourth quadrant, this needs to be negative. So negative for the fourth quadrant. So tangent of 45 degrees is 1, meaning in fact, I'll rewrite it here. So if tangent 45 degrees is 1, that means the tangent 315 degrees, since it has to be negative, is negative 1, which also means the tangent of negative 405 degrees is negative 1. Okay, and I really could say that here as well. Cosine of 780 degrees was also 1/2.